Okay, so to start off with this tutorial, I'm going to do a voiceover, but the rest of it I will be explaining in real time. But I made this template on Adobe Fresco, and I wasn't sure if I made the circles precise enough for, like, on Cricut, I can actually measure the shapes so that I know that the circles are going to be the right size for my rhinestones. But I did kind of I didn't put in an account when I stretched out this image. I made it bigger to like 4x7 or 4" by 7". I didn't think about the circles getting bigger. So make sure that your image is the size that you want it before you start adding the exact size circles that you want. So that's something that I learned, but it turned out fine at the end of the video. But when I'm done with this, you will see that I have this pink flock material right here. It's like a velvet vinyl, and that's what we're going to use for our flocking material to put our rhinestones over it. And you can reuse this and just glue it back to the backing until you make another decal, but these little templates are a lifesaver. I ended up making just one template with 2 different sizes because the bigger rhinestones are not going to fit in the smaller rhinestone holes. But if you're all doing, or if you're doing all the same sizes, then you might want to make 2, one for the outline and one for the rest of the filler rhinestones. So after I cut it out, I cut like a few pieces out because I might make other decals in this size, so don't want to waste the rest of the rest of the materials. And then I do take the backing off and put it on the thing. That way I can reuse the backing when I'm not using a template. All right, let's see how this cut. Now, before we take it off, we need to make sure it cut all the way through. I don't know how we're gonna check that. It honestly does not seem like it even went through at all. So we're going to, let's do bonded fabric and see if that will, and you don't take it out. Do not move this button. You just press the Cricut button again and it will recut it and cut in the same spot so we don't have any other like holes in any other places. So there we go. So I thought it wasn't cutting. It is. It's just so like fine and stuff that you just have to pull it up and then you'll see that it's already cut. So let's go ahead and peel it off. Okay. Let's peel it off and see how it did. Yes. And there's 2 sizes on this. I didn't do it separately because obviously the really big rhinestones are not going to fit into the small rhinestone holes. So what we're going to do is add the big ones first and then the smaller ones. We'll start with our 20s first. And these are hot fixed rhinestones because we will be heat transferring them. And in theory, all of these should only fit in the bigger holes, which is going to be our outline. It said big circles, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, let me scoot you in just a little bit closer. That is the outline, and then pour over. And also in theory, these should all fit. And they said go in big circles, and like when you're done with the rhinestones, then you like push them out to the side. All right, and there's what we have right now. Let me show y'all a closer look because it looks really cute up close. But this is what we have. I'm gonna move the camera around so you can get the full effect, but it's so sparkly. The only thing that worries me is I didn't put anything right here, so hopefully it still translates when it gets on the car. But that's what we have right here. And again, I hope in the car, like on the car, you could see the decal. But that's what we have. This one moved out of place. And again, still quicker than hand placing these into a design. So now we're gonna put the first off, we're gonna clean up our mess. We're gonna put the hot fix transfer tape on top, and then we're going to use our heater. Now it didn't say what kind of heat setting, so I'm gonna leave it on the heat setting I already have on it. Yeah, so the heat setting is at 325, and we're just gonna stick with that. Okay, got our hot fix transfer tape, which is basically just a thermal transfer tape. Let's cut it like we did the others. Of course, I did this all on the cutting board. Ooh, let's watch out. We don't want to cut our finger on that. Let me get that out of the way. Gotta clean it. Can you tell I've been working hard here lately? Or no, we did 7 inches. Just marking it. And then we do every 4 inches. All right, now we take this, take the backing off, make sure that we have all of our rhinestones where they need to be. Could have placed it a little bit higher, but it's fine. This is just to transfer everything. Okay, let's see how it does transferring or lifting and transferring it to another. Oh wait, we also have to have our bling anything. Goodness gracious. Now I gotta find the bling anything. Okay, I found it. So with this, we're just going to cut it because it's 6 inches. So it didn't specify top or bottom, but I'm pretty sure we do glossy side down. I'm gonna take a gamble on this, say glossy side down. We're going to go on our Cricut we're gonna have this design, but we're gonna offset the design to go on here. And then that way the offset can be used as a outline to know exactly where to do it, so we don't have to cut it with scissors afterwards. So let me clear off this and then we'll cut it and I'll show you what it looks like. Once it's done, you peel off the clear piece that you don't to it. It's gonna stick because that is sticky. But I don't know if you can see, but there's like an outline of it being glossy versus where it's not glossy. Now we're gonna fix up the rhinestones over here because some of them got knocked off because of my daughter. And then I'll show you if it's easy to transfer over. Okay, so now we can take this off the mat because that mat will warp if we put any heat on it. This is a heat safe pad. The moment of truth of if this will transfer over nicely. And it's nice because it's not sticking to the flocking material. It's only sticking to the rhinestones. Oh, okay, there was a few that didn't quite stick, but you know, it's easy to kind of place back because you got the template behind. And they said you could use parchment paper on this to line it up, but honestly it's really not that hard to line it up. No, we did lose a rhinestone in the middle of that process. Oh, never mind, it just bumped over. So what we could do, bump it back a little. Bump it around. Okay, there we have it. We did not mirror anything, so when you cut these out, you cut them out as is. You do not have to mirror it or anything. And it said you only put it under heat for 30 seconds. So I don't have any Teflon, but this material is like a really thick, almost blue jean type material. I cut it from a curtain, but I've been using this on all my HTV projects or all my heat transfer projects, and it has not failed me yet. So, all right, here we go. Did it not? There we go. There we got it. Okay. You seem to do pretty well. Okay, and seems like it needs to go again. So we're gonna do that whole process again. We're gonna move some of this stuff. Oh, our heat wasn't all the way up, that's why. Okay, let's try it again. "30 seconds, and I'm putting pressure down. Now it vibrates because apparently that's how it like makes up for it not being a huge heat press machine. But I have it set to 325, and we're doing 30 seconds.
Okay, that looks a lot better than what we had before. Okay, what I was told is to flip it over because you want to make sure though the glue is set to the back of that decal. And I only set for an extra additional like 5-8 seconds. And there we have it. Now, I am not going to unstick it, but I'll show you when I put it on my car. It is very thick and sturdy. Like that sticker is a nice like sticker. It's on there. And we don't want to take the front piece off because when we stick it to the car, we're going to peel the back. And basically all you have is this backing. That glue is now to those rhinestones. The bling anything is to the rhinestones, and then we have our transfer tape here at the top. But at the top, like this, the top part of the adhesive it's on there pretty good. So I don't want to unstick it from the backing because I want to make sure that we go to the car before we do all this. But this is what we have for now, our finished sticker. I'm going to take a few pictures of it so I can post it online, and I'll take a few pictures of it and show y'all at the end of what it looks like on my car. But yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait to have it on my car. And yeah, let me take a few pictures.